thing.
Checking where we're at.
Life.
Okay, so as you can see, where I'm at now, we've got 7 of those ambrosia bottles, 2 diamonds, 2 boiling bloods, 3 keys, 460 gems, 45 darkness, and 2 nectar
No
things.
sign of Cerberus or father.
So we could buy some stuff with the gems. That was kind of why I was like, I'd go for a run yesterday just because I wanted to try and get. I think I finally finished Zeus's prophecy to use all of his different perks.
Hey, I know you.
Dot.
Can you see? Just curious.
I don't know why yeah, no, my stream's just being very slow.
Ah.
I was wondering why like my stream was being very laggy, and it's because it was loading in to go all the way up to 1080, and I'm just like,
Uh-oh.
my internet's not that. So I just changed it down to 480.
Is it giving you quality options? That's lucky.
Yeah.
It usually doesn't. Also, we did actually get Orpheus to sing at some point, so you'll see that.
Nice.
I didn't do anything special, he just decided to start. Oh, I can relax? Didn't even know this was possible.
No.
Won't let me sit in Dad's chair.
Seldom does the overbearing throne of Grim Lord Hades sit unoccupied. Thus the house's denizens all go about their business, daring not so much as to ask why.
That thing doesn't look particularly comfortable.
Really doesn't.
Not as comfy as it looks.
Okay, so what do we have as renovation option? Yeah, hello, hello. The only thing we have in terms of the work orders now for gems is we can get superior troves, 500. We're short on that. Everything else now starts to cost diamonds. We've got
That's what I'm thinking you should save up for, most likely.
these sorts of things. Also, there's this. Gateways Erebus. I find that's interesting.
I think that's the missing area that you have undiscovered still.
Oh, we've been there. That was where we fought Karen. So that's why I was like, huh.
Oh.
I don't know if that means it'll take us straight to Karen or if there's something extra there. Because it says, like, challenges. Something similar, yeah. We have lesser plunderers, we've got the keepsake thing. We now have fountains in each of the different regions. Fountains give more 10% more hearts. Think of minor prophecies. Urns give about 15 bucks. Troves are good. Darker Thirst, your weapon's Dark Thirst also gives 20% gems. Weird. Flaming gems also gives money.
The basic stuff then.
Yeah.
Like most of the good stuff.
One of the ones I was happy that I got was this one. Any awards that give gems. What's it? Killing bosses gives gems, which is great.
Like the gift, you get gems, you get gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how you don't know what that gateway thing is.
Yeah.
You know, on your. I'm pretty sure it means like you open up a door and you get your reward. Say like Zeus. Get Zeus's reward, and you could get a hammer, or you could get some gold. You could get some things with it, some gems or keys or darkness with it. That's what I'm assuming it does.
What do you think we should spend some of these gems on? We have a lot of options. As I've played, it's unlocked tons of more crap. Fireplaces.
So save it for the 500 World Order.
Okay. Yeah, well, there's nothing else that can be done then here for now, so we'll go for a run. There's an achievement for killing Skelly 15 times. Oh, I just discovered this, though. This is pretty cool. So, you know how you have the, like, these aspects for this, like, all the different weapons?
Yeah.
Like, they change? They also change the appearance of the actual weapon. So, look at this. If I change to Nemesis, I now have, like, this purple sword.
It becomes a, more like a katana.
Never felt
Yeah.
like that before.
So that's really cool. I like that a lot. I wasn't even expecting that. We're gonna stick with the default.
Add-on.
Huh?
Cool little add-on that they give.
And now that we've beaten the thing, there's also now this Pact of Punishment where you can adjust the how hot it is. The one I'd put it on for 1 was for
Traps.
Yeah, and the traps has been kicking my ass whenever I got to that one zone. So we've gotten everything with this at heat 1. What happens if I put this up at 2? 6, actually. Okay, it doesn't seem to give me anything more. Full heat to 1. What? Choose any weapon. Full heat gauge to 1. Okay, so I have to beat 1 before it lets me go to 2 or something, it seems. I want to try the extreme measures. So bosses gain new techniques. 1 region per rank. See how hard that is. Yeah, I know, right?
Again.
Seems like it'd be difficult, but then again...
Don't you dare look at me like that, boy, with your mismatched eyes.
It probably may be difficult when it comes to
you have a mirror in your chambers,
like the third one.
Say again, sorry? Hades was just roasting.
If only you could see me now, Father.
When you go against the Minotaur.
Yeah. Zeus. Oh no, I took his signet ring again.
Once fought bravely by my side. You know that, don't you, nephew?
It was a mistake.
He prevailed against the Titans and established law upon the earth. Your father then descended to the land of death.
I know you can change it in mid-game, but you never actually change what you bring.
Say again, sorry?
Notice how you can change the signet, right? Mid-game. I know you've never done it before.
Yeah, you're right. I actually can change it when I get to the region shop. After first boss.
I'm curious on like what it actually does. Cause, like, you know how you get the 100 bonus gold at the beginning of the game?
Yeah, I think that's a good one to maybe start with and then switch to something else.
I'm just curious, like, if you switch to that one in the middle of it, would you get the 100 gold still?
I think so, surprisingly. Okay,
so that's
cleared.
Switching between like 3 of them each time you go up is a major benefit.
Especially for the ones that are one-time uses. For example, the Lucky Tooth gives you an extra life, but I mean, once you've used that extra life, you may as well switch.
That's something.
Or if you haven't used it, just grab it on the last area. I find Zeus's like ult is probably one of the strongest abilities. It does so much damage early on. Especially since it reflects enemies.
I know you've been getting it every when you get Zeus.
Come try me.
Like it instantly shatters the crystals, which is pretty strong.
I'm still curious on your victory race.
What?
How many you actually
Say again, sorry?
Victory run.
You're curious about the perks from my victory run. It was a mismatch. It was a bunch of shit that I didn't even want. I didn't expect to do so well. Had nothing of value.
I noticed you had like thousands of them.
I had everything. I don't know why or how, but I had so many perks. And yes, that was also with the reduced like health. I just had so many centaur hearts though that it didn't seem like I had low health. Ow. Taking fast amount of damage. Cool, so we've got options of keys or keys or darkness. 5 keys is, what do you call it? Ambrosia. Darkness, we can obviously upgrade something on the mirror.
Good darkness, to be honest.
Okay. Darkness is a boss, so let's see what we've got. Oh? Not a boss.
So quiet.
We got a pool instead.
That's a relief.
The next up is Artemis or Dionysus. I need things from both of them, honestly.
whichever one you want then.
Let's go Artemis, because I know I only need 2 for her right now. Okay. That's unlucky.
Not yet. Can't do that. There.
It's the giant crystal. Doing well though. And it's dead.
You'll be back, won't you?
Also, I think Artemis is one of the 2 people I haven't gifted yet. I did double check. It's her and Ares, I think. I'll gift one to her.
My Lady Artemis, this is nothing next to all your grace and favor.
Hey, wait, this is an offering for me? Oh, that's very kind, though. Let's get back to hunting now, okay?
She's like so surprised by it.
Living on Olympus here, I'm surrounded by my family, but I always felt alone. I know that's not the same as your experience, but I'm just saying I relate to what you're going through.
We have... Always take damage when the red thing dislodges. Strike, your attack is stronger. Also deal crit. Attack damage plus 30%. Go with the hunted dash. Dash strike does more damage now. Only got the options of keys.
Wait for them to have 2 goals. Should all be the same reward.
Okay, we've got our key. Have the shop and a Daedalus hammer.
Which
We've got
path?
$300 for Daedalus hammer. I know that if we saw the Daedalus hammer in the shop, it would be $200. What do you think?
Good, Daedalus.
Yeah. Because it's a sword run as well, I might find that arc that lets me half my health. Okay, Falcon's dead. Oh shit, it's one of those things that drops mines everywhere. Ow. That was a bit of a mess. We've apparently never had any of these. Piercing wave. Your attack fires a wave that pierces foe. Your attack becomes a big chop. Deals 90 base damage. Hold attack to strike rapidly, dealing 25 base damage per hit. I feel like that sounds terrible. The flurry slash.
Sounds terrible, but at the same time, it would actually work out because you wouldn't need to spam the click button. You could just hold
True.
it. As long as you get things that increase your damage, it works out.
Yeah.
But still,
Okay, flurry
some other
slash
ones,
is
it's not the greatest.
We'll take it now then, because we have to take in all of them anyway at some
Fit
point.
for a god.
That's weird. Got more darkness.
Suffer.
Yeah, I like Zeus's thing just because it can clear through all of the bullshit, like the crystals and those annoying bomb critters in like 3 seconds. Ow. What's that? Throw the 50 gems. We will do it. This time I won't forget.
Yes.
cleared.
Help yourself.
Say again, sorry?
I said I love it how like you did the chest. Like with gems. I need
Thank you,
those
Father.
gems. The
Right.
chest and was like, which door do I go into? Just
Yeah.
completely ignored them.
Because I clicked on the trove, and I was like, cool, that must have given it to me, and then walked away. I didn't realize it dropped them on the floor, like right there.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean, uh-oh?
You help him out again.
Uh-oh.
You'll get 1,000 lashes next we meet. And when I return, this little rock of yours had better be up there rather than here. Or else you'll get 1,000 more.
Sounds good. Sounds good, madam. That's more than equitable, really. I'll hold you to that. Be seeing you around. Hello.
Hello,
You see
sir.
that? I'm gonna turn your volume up a little bit so I can hear you better.
I'm gonna lie. I don't know why you sound like he would enjoy that.
So let's see what he has to say.
She's gone. You still in one piece, Sisyphus? Not hurt or anything?
Oh, I'm just fine, thanks, Prince. That Fury sister, she is quite a lass, I have to say, and very, very strong. Bet she could push old Boldy here better than I.
So we have options of money, darkness, or health. Got 300 bucks. I'm very tempted to just take the money and run.
The money or darkness.
Yeah. I mean, do we need darkness right now, though? We're getting quite a shit ton of it just by proxy. Money we'll need, eventually. I know I always have a shortage of money eventually.
Easy does it.
Yay, 450 bucks.
Keep fighting, Highness.
Come and get it.
Now,
That's what you get.
that's got me.
We figured out what the hand does.
Yeah. The problem of not dashing is the hand can grab you. Anything else in this room of interest? No. Empty room. But now we're going to the shop. Ah, and it's the last shop before the boss fight too. So we can get obviously the centaur heart.
Here's the fee.
Diagnosis. We've had all of these before. Attack inflicts hangover. Special inflicts hangover. Using a fountain restores all hearts and gives bonus damage. This is one that you really want to get so much early on compared to anything else. But I don't feel like we're gonna get the... Nah, we'll take the strong drink actually. That means we'll be up to full health whenever we enter a new zone.
Phew, that's good.
And some help. Let's talk to Karen. Still as humble as ever. He's only killed me with a paddle like 3 times. Oh, what?
My sisters and I, we've had a chance to talk, and we have come to an
Or is it both sisters? All,
As you
all three.
3 sisters. That's not good. That's really not good. Oh no.
Megara, Tiss, you ready?
This is bullshit is what this is.
Murderer.
Enjoy.
3 against 1. Doesn't seem all that sporting now, does it?
Or each well past the need for any sport. We'll kill you, whatever it takes. Ares, now.
Oh no.
We are the Furies.
Okay, no, I think it's a circuit. I have to fight them, I think, one at a time.
At least it's one at a time.
No, I was wrong. The other 2 seem to be popping in every so often to just fuck with me. Like clockwork.
Not yet.
No? Ow. Well, that's a lot of damage. Don't have any reflect. away, running away, running away. Slack the buck. It's in Pavic right now. Ow. Ow. Balls. Ow. Close to that,
aren't you?
No. Whatever. That apparently counts, it's all of them.
At least you only have to put one of them.
That was not as bad as I was expecting. Basically, she just summoned in her sisters to help. For a little bit of time. We also have enough gems now to buy the superior trope. And we can now pick up...
Let's see here.
Anything that's not Zeus. What should we get that I can try and upgrade? I like this one, the Harpy Feather Duster. Irons have a 3% chance to contain hearts. That could be very strong. Or the Black Shale. It's just straight up more damage. Actually, no, let's go with the Myrmidon Bracer again, because it's 15 encounters to get it to rank 3.
All set.
What do we have available for shot? So 10% hearts. We've had all of these, so I don't want to take anything for now. So, moving on. Here we go.
Remember, did you switch out your
Yeah, I've switched it out.
Switch out for?
We've got the one that I take 10% less damage from the front.
Nice.
I think it's, yeah. I think it's 20% from the front, and I take 10% more damage from the back. Lol, because of this, like, weird Fury combo, I can kind of stun lock enemies in a way.
Look who.
This is very fast. If I had this and that health thing, they would have a very hard time trying to
some attack speed.
Ow, 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 ow. Jeez, that was a lot of damage. I got frozen into the lava.
Your dust.
It's like a Gorgon, like, sitting out far away. There we go.
Always a pleasure.
Homies.
Do you ever get the feeling life's moving all too quickly for you, boss? Well, Dionysus doesn't, as you're probably aware. Throws quite a feast, though.
Have all of these. Go with the side hustle.
Let's go.
And extra money. I want to be rich by the time we end this run. Or dead. Whichever comes fast. This is the one you've been waiting for.
Hi.
Look, Eurydice, I promise not to bother you with this each time, but you should know your husband's shattered by what happened with the two of you. He's genuinely sorry, and he loves you very deeply still, I'm sure of it.
And what am I supposed to do with that, Your Royal Majesty?
I don't know yet. Though you know what? You shouldn't take my word for it. You should take his.
Don't think I'll be running into him anytime soon, from what I understand. But you're the Hades kid. You want to pull some strings on our behalf? Go right ahead, I guess. But I won't hold my breath. Even if I could.
Okay, so we're gonna find a plan then. Get the refreshing nectar.
Coming right up.
Have upgraded goons.
Till next time.
Later then, yeah?
probably from the contractors.
Possibly. That will have a very interesting conversation with Hades.
Probably will be a conversation from the contractors.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, so we want to get our court musician laid. He's like, find it on the workbench somewhere. He's just, the other guy's like, what? I need to put gems on this guy, so I'm not hitting very hard right now, it seems.
All clear.
Health-wise doing okay. There's another shop. And Athena too. We have 3 options. Athena, a shop, and Artemis again.
Good, Artemis.
Okay, Artemis is a boss. Oh no.
The fun boss.
If you can, which is
the worst of the bosses. The one that's I would consider the hardest to avoid anything with chip damage.
Oh.
As long as I keep slashing, they seemingly cannot hurt me right now. Okay. This is the tactic. Stand still and cleave. No, get back here. I want to do that though.
I guess that's the good thing about having a thread weapon.
Yeah, but I'm still taking damage. I think I was too close. Here we go. 1. That was a lot of health to lose.
Hear me on my authority.
Now all of these are epic. Your attack is stronger, 15% chance to crit damage. Attack damage plus 37%. Your cast... What? After you cast or hit with an attack or special, fire a seeking arrow. Foes take damage when it's dislodged. Yeah, we know that one already. Guess we go with the deadly strike. You know, that's quite a lot of damage. It's not fast. It's not very
Not support fire.
Oh, yeah, we need that actually. Support fire.
Although you just blanked it, I was just like looking at it like discussing the other two, but you need the other one.
You're right. I'm not very, what's the word for it?
Moving on.
I think very in the moment rather than long term, I guess.
Oh, more money to stack up with that 340.
No.
Get back in. What's interesting is the arrows actually followed it when it was underground, so I knew which way to go. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Why are they hurting so much? Suffering on health right now. There we go.
Excellent.
Coin. What are our options? We have a key, gems, or a portal to the underworld, which would take more than half my health. I feel like gems?
Yeah.
And it's another boss, which is not great. I feel like I'm gonna lose one of my lives this time. What is it? Okay, it's just
out of my way.
Just these things. You just have to be careful. Slow and steady. One dead.
Those arrows are more beneficial than I thought they would be.
Seems like it. Good for directions, if that makes sense. Because they're so noticeable. Ow! Oh, fuck, the last one hit me. Oh, no, there's a second wave! No, not like this. Step back. So, interesting, it's not just when I cast. When I right-click, it also sends out the arrows. So literally everything I seemingly do.
You can't stop me.
Enter Heart or Shop? Or Pro? Or more gems? I don't have the health for that. I would love to, but it's not worth killing myself, I don't think. Really not, I won't make it.
Go Shop.
Yeah, I think Shop is the best option here. We've got so much money. 500. He's offering no food. That's not great, yeah. I think it's you know what next.
Here's the fee.
Yeah.
Ooh, good.
Drunken Flourish, special inflicts hangover. If your life is low after encounters, restore the threshold. Take less damage when below 40%. I think we'll go with positive outlook.
How about another?
And a pom-pom.
Needed the after party.
Huh?
Needed the after
did
party.
I? Shit! Didn't notice. I get so sad whenever that happens.
Get back in the magma and no one gets hurt.
This will have new abilities, maybe? Ow. Hard to tell. That's at least one life.
For sure, the new ability is the shooting down.
Shooting down.
Yeah, like you know how it does the lightning effects.
Yeah, you're just gonna beat on this head. Yeah, that's two. I'm definitely going to lose my last throw with this one. At least count. And dead. One life down. Can get it back. It's gonna cost like 200. These arrows are actually very useful. The amount of damage that they're like adding is pretty high. Seemingly chip a lot of the ads around me. Okay, we're down to the loss.
Not now.
Now, okay. And it's dead. Cool. Hydra down.
Enough.
Go. You need to get back one of those death defiances. Impossible. Fountain, which gives us extra 3% damage. Nice. And gems, we will take that. And we go to Elysium. I feel like Meg is going to be really pissed the next time we see her in the house, considering we had that interaction both with Sisyphus and now as well. We just beat the shit out of her and her sisters at one time. You right?
I'm good. I'm messaging me.
Maybe Poseidon will help with something. Confirm Poseidon.
Nephew, how is Aeol navigating your cruel father's realm at such a blinding speed? There's only one Olympian who moves that quick. Besides myself. Where is he anyway?
Any rewards are worth more. Your attacking special is stronger for 15 seconds. Your attack deals more damage and knocks foes away. We've had all of these apparently. I'm gonna go with the Tempest Strike so we have a bit more extra damage. I feel like I've been lacking the damage.
Attack damage is something you would need with the rapid fire that you can do.
Now we've got Daedalus Hammer.
Lego Hammer.
Yeah, I feel like Hammer's always the strongest option in the game, honestly.
It doesn't like give any unique abilities, it more just benefits the weapon itself.
Yeah. Although I will say the knockback is a little rough.
No. That was regenerating.
Hey, Nathan. How you doing, dude? Game is a little misleading. Currently, the other gods are trying to help us. I don't know! Almost hit. Yeah. Hey, Joe Simon. How you been, man? It's been a long time. So, special hits twice, but no longer knocks foes away. Special makes you lunge, then you become sturdy. Your attack deals bonus damage equal to 5% of your money. I mean, wait, but we need these other two. Surprised to see me streaming so early. Yeah, I've got the day off of work, so I decided to do this today instead of last night. Oh. Rather give myself a bit of a break to sleep.
Double Nova be good for you.
Yeah, let's grab the Double Nova. Power. I don't know when I'll ever use it, but we'll see. Hermes. Go with Hermes over the shop right now. I'm not complaining. So what you've been up to or playing recently? I've actually been curious because I haven't seen you around with stuff like Dead by Daylight. And you must come join us again at some point with that. We've got a weird habit of consistently getting down to like rank 4 before the end of the season.
It's the worst.
Not too bad.
When it gets rank 4, I get stuck at rank 5.
And then the reset happens and you go up to like 9 and I go up to 5.
No.
I still gotta go. Ow. 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 There we go, now I can see again. Mainly just walk. Some survival games here and there. Anything good that you've seen?
Accept this message.
Because I know like right now I'm enjoying Hades quite a lot. But at the same time, I haven't really seen that many new games coming out that I've had like a good interest in right now. Moving faster, dodge chance automatically. Drop time, 5 seconds. Do the greater haste. Moving faster.
Stop.
We're having a ton of fun with Valheim. We have actually been playing Valheim. Not recently, because we kind of ran out of stuff to do in it. We got... I'm trying to think how far me and 2 of my friends got in Valheim. We basically got to, I think, like the last boss, or just before the last boss. We were collecting, like, troll item things. But yeah, I remember I spent a lot of time, like, farming flax in that game, because it was the easiest way to get the better set of armor. Yeah, Valheim's a lot of fun. We're just kind of waiting for them to actually update the game right now, I think. Because I know that they were meant to be working on the Hearth and Home, like, expansion for it, and then they kind of pushed it back a bit.
Stranger, I am warning you. If you keep showing up like this, I'm going to have to find a new nickname for you.
Same. Rough, please.
No need to go out of your way there, sir. We're just acquaintances. I don't know anything about you either.
And you are better off. This place is for the greatest of the Greeks. Do I seem like the sort to fit in here? Go on and chat with Theseus, or someone of that sort.
So now we need to make a choice. Do I get myself 1 extra death defiance? Or do I grab myself 60% extra damage? You've had 30 hours and then you've only finished the first boss. Damn. I will say that there is some benefit in the game of trying to get the ability to get like what's my word? Like the sturdier woods, just because you can build better bases with it. Because I found that like kind of
Jerky.
Say jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah, jerky it is.
Thank you.
All yours.
How far are we with gifts, Grim? I feel like I always want to gift him something because we don't see him very often.
Just the relief from misery that I was looking for. A fleeting feeling.
I'm sure he's one of the furthest you've gone along with.
Hmm.
That's both very dejected and very astute of you to say. Take care of yourself, will you?
But yeah, just going back to Valheim, yeah, I think there's a specific type of wood that you can use to build your houses, or stone even. And it's kind of like, I think you needed to progress a little bit to get there. I just remember trying to build like a 2-story house out of wood, and the foundation wasn't strong enough to do it. That makes sense. Just keep in mind that the shit all corrodes, especially if you try to build near water, it gets worse. That was only something we figured out like a while back, because we built a house next to the ocean. Tiny little cars. I don't know why they sound like cats.
Come on in.
No. Ow. Oh shit, it's the butterflies too. The arrows deal with the butterflies pretty well, though, I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Okay, what's left standing? Still alive though.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Yeah, I understand that. Trying to build structures in that game can be a pain in the ass. It's even worse, I find, when you die. What's this? We haven't had this one. Slamming foes into barriers creates a watery blast in the area. Still deals more damage, we don't want that. Breaking wave ice. What do you get? So our options are... Just also on the lookout for fish. Deuce or coin? I feel like coin.
Deuce.
Okay, got 39 health. 500 bucks. So it is, I guess.
You got no use to it, like, getting more coins.
It's that big soul catcher again.
I'll respond to the message once I'm done killing this room. I'm trying to. Well, at least focusing on the giant soul catcher. Eliminate a lot of the rest of the stuff in the room. Because they couldn't transform because everything would tip them. I don't remember what I liked in that game specifically. Yeah, I think the game's a lot of fun in general. I'm just a little bit sad that the devs haven't been doing so well with it. Like, because people were expecting a lot of updates in that, and they just kind of, like, it's been like 4 or 5 months since the game, like, hit peak popularity, and they just kind of sat on their fingers for it. We have... The ball can bounce 6 more times when I shoot my cast. Special causes lightning bolt near foes. Don't want that. Zeus's aid isn't bad, because we don't have a god ability yet. This one is pretty strong. What do you think? Storm lightning or Zeus's aid?
Zeus's aid.
Zeus's aid is. Zeus is with us, and fishing. favorite activity.
It really is, although it's not really that enjoyable in this game. I remember you got the Poseidon, the extra thing to do with fishing. You only got one fishing chance in the whole entire wave.
Yeah, I did mention it was bullshit, wasn't it? Almost
Here's
perfect
20% more. 20% more, more like 20% less.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, what's the word for it? The quality of the game itself, even right now, is really, really good. And you are right that it is still in beta, so I can't put them down on that. It is just one of those things that it's like, it's going to be a game that I'm only going to really return to, I guess, in about like 2 years' time. Because that was kind of why we also stopped. Because we'd gotten basically, we haven't killed the last boss. We haven't fought them. It's just, we kind of ran out of things to do besides that. And we don't want to try and fight the last boss because, yeah, it's like, because then there isn't anything left to do. So we're just waiting for them to update.
Could really do a restore.
Yeah, I could really use some help. Is the last one, or is there more? There is in fact more.
Oh boy.
No. Well, we've got like 600 gems. More gems, but still no store. This is not. Wait, there's a shop here. It'll let me get a health back. 200 bucks, and I'm about to just die and lose it again. I mean, I have to take it though, don't I? I will agree that it is nice to see devs that are putting time into it, and they're not putting out a broken product. I feel like I cannot say the same about something like Cyberpunk, which even to this day, considering it was released about 7 months ago, it doesn't seem to hold up as well as people would have hoped. Like, once that hype train fell off, I've heard like nothing about that game, or there being no interest in it. Like, I haven't seen any memes come out of it, or people, like, praising its story, necessarily, or any characters.
I think the only reason why it died is because it straight up broke half the other, like, gaming platforms.
Yeah. Consoles apparently did not handle that very, very well.
I can't.
Curious to see what you guys think about the new, like, Steam handheld, like, console thing that they're putting out. I don't know if you've seen that, the Steam Deck. It's basically Valve being like, we're putting out a PSP that's meant to be strong enough to play AAA games, and it's just like, okay. I would say the shop.
No, straight is just a PSP.
It looks like a PSP, except it connects to your Steam store, and you can play any game you have on Steam, basically, on it. It just seems so bizarre to me.
Thank you, mate.
There's no way that's possible.
Like, they say that it's capable of playing AAA games, and I'm like, okay, really? Is, like, this handheld device is as strong as a normal person's computer? Like, to what extent is that true? And it's like, how long do you expect the battery life of this device to last? Like, I remember reading there, it's like, you may play, like, AAA games for several hours. It's like, how long is several hours? That's not even saying over 10. And it's like, if you, like, go with, like, the less intensive options, you can probably get the max battery life out of it of, like, 7 to 8 hours. It's like, so if I browse the web and watch videos in that, I'm gonna get 7 to 8 hours. How long is this thing gonna last if I play a video game? Because that's it brand new. Like, you're telling me in about a year's time that this thing that had a max of 8 hours, not even doing, like, a full-on gaming session, is now gonna... How long do you think this is gonna last? I'm assuming you'll get probably about 4.5 hours out of playing a AAA game if it does actually do as it says, at, like, max capacity. In a year's time, you're probably looking at, like, an hour-and-a-half session, because of the way batteries function.
I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
The only way I, like... Straight up, the only way I see that happening is it doesn't end up turning out how the images are. It just becomes like 3 times thicker in the backside.
Yeah. It's gonna be weird. Also wonder how heavy it is. So just going back to Aiden, the Hearth and Home update you're saying is coming out really soon. I'm looking forward to it because I remember seeing so many pictures of it, and I know that they're going to be releasing like magical cupcakes, and I want those. Like, I was invested in making the foods and stuff like that. Like, I loved that system. It was very unique. And I know that they were changing that entire system up a little bit to try and make things like, oh, you can get more damage from eating these, versus everything just giving you, like, outright health. Okay, so here goes the next fight. Let's see how different this one is.
You again? Try as you might, monster. You shall not shake either my own resolve or
this is where he ends it.
dear friend.
Giving the ability of the gods to begin with.
Say that again, sorry?
This is where he gets 2 gods abilities.
You're probably right. I don't like that. Ow! Ow. I need to be more careful. I'm not being... One, 2. Dives. Ow. 2. Jumps. 2. Okay, we're max. We're calling in Zeus.
Olympus, I invoke your aid. Such a spectacle, is it not?
Taking a lot of damage. Yeah, that's the life gone. It hurt.
Not yet.
It's like his swing has a back in it now. Ow. Just need you to die. There we go. No. Come on, Zeus, kill him. There we go, thank you. Yay. We killed them.
They say to never be your heroes.
It costs you 1 life.
It didn't cost me 1 life. We have a shit ton of gems now, so I'm happy. You're saying...
It's a shame that 500 of them disappears.
We're working on the Mistlands. Yeah, just about the Mistlands. The Mistlands was terrifying, dude. I went there the first time with a friend of mine, and we'd never seen that biome before, so we were like, what is this place? And then it was like, oh, it's empty. It was just very strange. We didn't know what to expect. But considering we hadn't seen it, we were kind of terrified, like trying to walk into the Harry Potter, like, dark forest. Shop. Get some health and gems.
I don't need that.
Don't need the health? Yeah, you apparently I didn't. How is my Myrmidon bracelet doing? Needs 1 encounter to rank up. Cool, so upward we go.
That was Elysium.
For this, I'd switch to the tooth.
Ooh, it's a bit late. Already left.
No, I mean after this one, because you get to do it 1 more time.
Do you? I don't know if I get to do it. No, I don't think so. I think that was the last check.
I thought you got 1 more when you went up to meet Cerberus.
We have enough to buy some stuff. We could get Artemis or...
The anvil. I want to see what the anvil does.
It switches one of your Daeduluses for 2 random ones. Pure chance that I get something good. We'll try it. Huh?
Your one Davius isn't like the greatest.
Yeah. We
There's a chance you can
lost
get 2
Fury
good things.
Slashes, we got Dash Nova, and something else.
What did they do?
Special makes you lunge, and you become sturdy. Thrust deals 200 damage, 40% crit chance. So now I do
They weren't the greatest.
That could have been better, yeah. For our options right now. Health, money, Artemis. I say Artemis because I need her thing.
Yeah.
Artemis it is. Because if we
Just
get
spend money. You'll always end up having to do 2.
No. I thought the same thing. After multiple runs, it was not the case. I ended up having to do more rooms. Or got it in fast try. So I just got incredibly lucky that every second time I entered this place, I got it.
Shit,
okay, this is fun. Because I've got the double slap, so when I do the lunge forward, it's like double slap, snap, snap.
Maybe it was better than before.
Yeah, like, look at that, tuk tuk, tuk tuk. That's really cool. And it seems to, like, stun them, I love that.
It also still gives you the arrows as well. The arrow still takes effect.
Ow! The traps in this place hit really hard. But yeah, as I wanted to mention, Aiden, yeah, at some point you must come join us for Dead by Daylight on like a Tuesday at some point, if you're like around or available. I'd love to have you to come back and jam with us. Ow. Okay, what's the word? How do I put this? Is that a big rat? It is a big rat. I'm trying to think about how to put this. Like, yourself and Alex have been basically like the oh shit, I'm poisoned. Where's the thing? Yeah, I'm unpoisoned. And I'm poisoned again. That was not great.
Lost half your health due to the
that
first
was
poison.
not great. I was gonna say, like yourself and Alex are basically, how do I put this? Like the 2 regulars. Aiden was like the original regular viewer, if that makes sense. So he's like the old school, if that makes sense, which is why like I know him so well, because he used to join me and speak with me, and we used to play Dead by Daylight a lot, among other things. So yeah, it is always wonderful to see Aiden around still. That's why I'm always encouraging him to come back and join.
My way of referencing the old people is, do you want to know how?
How?
Well, he's the one that ruined the push-ups.
Could have very well been, yeah. Special is stronger, 20% chance to do a crit. Fine, we're just doing this then. This is all we got. Pressing Q. Now does more damage too. Yeah, we do not have health. How do I get out of this room? Yeah.
Enough of this place. Got to find something for Cerberus.
I mean, I can buy an Artemis. I think I should do
He
that.
walked over it and was like, how do I get out of this room?
What do you think? Should I buy an Artemis? We need 1, I think, ability from her, and we could just get it right here if we're lucky.
Go for it.
Cheers, mate.
We didn't get it. After you deal a crit, O is marked. Your God Gauge charges it faster when you deal critical damage. Doesn't seem like a lot, 0.35%.
Critical, like, stuff, like, goes up so slowly.
Yeah. I would say Hidebreaker.
That's the thing, though. He doesn't have armor, does he?
No, he won't. But it's to try and maybe get through anything that's armored in the next room if I'm lucky. You know what I mean? Peek down these things. He also does seemingly summon. Now we have a question. Coin, ability, heart, pom-poms. Where do we go?
Coins, heart, or pom-poms, your choice.
Yeah, no. Trying to decide. Money-wise, we got $100. 250 would get us. We'd be able to get another item. How's a pom-pom $300? Go with the coin, because there's no boss behind it.
If you don't get it, I'll move on to pom-pom next time.
I don't understand why the pom-pom's so cheap. Also a shop. That's good. That means help.
Yeah.
There you go. A little healthier now. This is very confusing to watch me lunge around. I feel like the traps are gonna murder me. I'm also very fast, which makes this weird.
I love the fact that you can destroy everything, basically.
This is chaotic. At least I still have some control over my direction of lunging. Ow. Okay, that's that room done. It's basically like playing a game of Leapfrog right now. I've been poisoned. Holy shit, that one got hit fast. He's dead. Where's the rest? Poison again. Stop doing that.
Not yet.
Oh, there's still more here. Yay, we've cleared the room. $100. Yay. I've always been curious if there's ever gonna be, if there's a fishing spot here somewhere. I don't think there is. Side hustle. So we have the options of a pom-pom, $300, Dionysus.
Dionysus.
Yeah, which is nice level 2.
Come in useful.
And this will give me some health. If your health is low, after an encounter restore to 30%. That inflicts hangover, but it'll replace temper strike. So we don't want to do that. We need the afterparty. Okay, getting in the afterparty. Finally noticed that after you had mentioned it like 3 times. So we're going for the pom-pom. I don't think I'm healthy enough to take any more encounters. This is gonna be weird. I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill, you know who.
It did do.
No use.
Oh.
Let's see here.
Back. Let's unlock the Rasputin. Easy. As long as I keep stunning them, they don't have time to react or do anything.
Small rooms like that makes it super easy with your ability. It always hits them no matter what.
The traps and the poison that are what are what's currently hurting. Oh, we're here.
Delicious.
Temper Strike attack does more damage. Critical effects do more damage to armor. Take less damage while 40% or below. Damage resistance up 4%. Go with, so it's either about like what, 12% extra damage or 4%
or outlook.
The attack damage.
Palm power.
Need to hit harder.
Goes down smooth.
Don't know why I have to drink from that shitty fountain every time.
Maybe I should check the other passageways before I leave.
But we can get another pom-pom. Oh, there's a fishing spot. Fish.
There's a question. We buy another pom-pom, or we go into an area. Another arena.
Mine.
We got a golf.
It's a go.
Don't know where it is, but we'll sell it. I would say pom-pom and fight, because I have 1 life left. And I won't get my health to 200 again. Going through either of those rooms. And they're bosses as well.
Yeah.
Pom-pom.
I'll pay for that.
Special is stronger, 20% chance to deal crit damage. Damage upgraded by 27%. Oh, interesting.
Oh.
This is an extra. This is a pump. Like it's a 2 upgrades.
Wonder why it's so expensive.
Yeah, that's very strange. How do
Your
you tell the
options are
difference
special
between a pump and a
damage or
pump
the
power?
electric.
I know, right? I would say the deadly flourish. When I get in there, I'm probably going to press Q all the time.
Yeah.
Rather hit harder like that. Valgo has question mark, as you say.
Cerberus moves for no one, but for Satasax, he can make an exception.
I can go.
Cerberus vanished. Where did he go? Yeah, well, here we go. Let's fight Lord Hades. We got 2 lives.
Look. The tooth would have been beneficial, but at least you
Yeah,
freed the other thing.
you're right. Now that that's done, I can at least switch
My
to something
brothers
else.
and my sisters and myself, we too wanted to slay our parents, the Titans. Bastards. And worse.
And you succeeded. Chopped up some of them into many tiny bits and sprinkled them throughout the pits of Tartarus so they can't regenerate. Or so I hear. Inspiring, really.
We had no recourse at the time save to collaborate. Developed a specific plan and saw it through. And the Titans. You think me cruel, yet know nothing of cruelty. But here, you want something to hate, then have it.
He's very angry. That boiling blood should pop. Can't seemingly damage this should either. Yeah, I'm not going to do very well on this one. Q is not very controllable.
What you're doing, boy.
That's right.
What you desire is impossible.
We'll see.
We certainly shall.
It's too open of an area.
Also, he has large AoE swings. Need like a deflect. There's not really much you can do against it, like large attack, like large AoE.
No.
I'm dead.
Your flailing attempts against me are embarrassing.
Like that move where he puts like a circle down, like, and it goes around. You cannot double dash out of that. So it's like, okay, what are you supposed to do? You just take the damage.
Father.
I need one of like Athena's shields to deflect things. Yeah, well, we're back in the house.
One now.
We did get a lot further.
What would it take for you to let me through the locked door down the hall?
Oh, that's a good one. You know I can't let you enter your dad's private chambers anymore since you betrayed his trust and tried to run away from home. Sorry, master's orders.
Nothing for me back there anyway.
The Hypnos apparently seems to know about what's behind the back doors. Let me in. Let me in, I want to know. Maybe if we gift him stuff?
Gonna try buttering him up.
Yes.
Well, this is like a dream come true. I mean, how come you're always being so darn nice to me? But anyway, thanks.
Sure thing, Hypnos. Knock yourself out.
Even Zagarius is kind of like, here you go, pal, buddy, old good chap of mine. You're my friend, right? And it's like, yeah. We will win him over eventually.
What news this time, lad? Did you find your mother once again?
Don't rub it in.
No, I failed, sir. No thanks to Father. What am I going to do?
Just take it easy now. You got there once. There isn't any question in my mind that you can do it once again. Your father's acting as though nothing's changed besides. So don't lose hope. You're capable of this.
I hope you're right.
Dog's here, at least.
The triple-headed monster Cerberus is dutifully sitting there as ever.
Why does the quill sparkle? Normal? Apparently there's more stuff on the renovation table again. More music. Great Hall, what's new? Something else appeared here that was apparently new. So we should buy the Plunder Superior, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 500 bucks. Go on.
Contractor, I would ask that you pursue this job. I'll be excited to see the result.
Okay, so all we have left is now everything costs diamonds. Gems are now basically for aesthetics, by the looks of it. At least for now.
I must confess something to you, my friend. My mind still wanders to Eurydice quite often, and my memory of her, despite my best attempts to move along with my existence here. I would call it a fatal flaw, except I am already dead.
Don't torture yourself, mate. You've been through enough, as is she. You still care for one another, just don't have a way to get the point across. But I have an idea.
I too once had ideas, Zagreus. Ideas and inspirations. It was so very wonderful to have a muse.
I know.
We've got three current plot drivers right now. Is that we're trying to figure out how to open this door on the left. Trying to figure out how to get these two together. And we're obviously trying to still see Mother. Oh, Nyx and Megra are having a conversation.
But how can you do this to me? Blast your mirror. By taking sides with him, you're standing against me.
Neutrality ceases to be an option when a crisis rises to a certain point, Megara. You yourself shall have to choose allegiances. I have steadfastly told you this throughout our shared ordeal.
I thought that both of our allegiances were to this house, Nyx. Seems I was mistaken. Do you have any idea what sort of pressure I am under here?
Use caution with the tone you take with me, Overseer. I am the mother of the fates themselves. I do not act by whim or by mistake. Mind your own station and perform your role. All shall unfold eventually as it must. I like the intervening time no more than you.
Dirty. Nyx just flexing the fact that she's darkness. Let us give this guy a gulp.
Some water-dwelling beast
Up
for
in
you,
a
good
clan.
chap.
We got one
Use them
nectar,
wisely, my friend.
20 gems. 20 gems ain't bad, I'm not gonna lie, for like one random fish. We can get more nectar because we have enough keys for it. We also get 500 darkness if we wanted. That seems a little ludicrous though. feel like exchanging the keys, because I don't really think there's a point for... I don't think I have a use for keys right now anymore. So, it's more nectar.
It's a deal.
I wouldn't change the ambrosia, because...
Yeah, I'm assuming that'll be worth so much later on.
I'm assuming, like, after, like, to get the second reward from everyone,
yeah.
you need the ambrosia.
Who can we gift to? Do we have 2 bottles? Wish I could give it to the chef, honestly.
But the chef up next.
Giving it to him. We can give it to Achilles again. Do we give one? Should I give? No, should I save them, I guess, or outside of this place? We still need to find... Yeah, we still need to find Ares, and I think I was wrong. We'll check now.
Could maybe use some rest.
He says we could use some rest. Okay, that means plot's about to happen, because he never wants to sleep.
Oh. I have a feeling I know what this is for.
Underworld Prince arises, with the feeling that the brief nap he intended as a respite from the rigors of the day or night apparently was none too brief at all.
I'm late for work. Father's going to kill me.
So it is again early.
Responsibility rejecting Zagreus strides down his father's hall, quite unconcerned about the urgency with which he is expected to behave under a set of circumstances such as this.
Going as fast as I can, you hurry up.
The door to the administrative chamber beckons just beyond the hall. The prince perchance believes that he may enter quietly, without drawing the notice of those laboring within.
You better not give me away, old man.
Suggest you hurry in there, lad.
We're going in the side room.
Sorry.
You're late, boy. Again?
Is this place?
The day or night's duties are sheer simplicity itself. At least at first. As when the prince simply signs in to signal the commencement of a shift.
Oh no.
Get on with your responsibilities.
Oh no, I would also try to run from home. Oh no! It's just like, do work. Okay, hold on, let's...
Attendance records of the working shades who toil for the house need to be verified. The shades' due compensation rapidly approved. And yet the prince cannot remember all the necessary steps.
I haven't forgotten, no one told me.
Records of expired house contractor renovations line a desk in the administrative chamber, though the prince has absolutely no desire now to organize them alphabetically by date.
None whatsoever, yes.
Security reports concerning failed escape attempts from Tartarus require timely verification and official response, neither of which Prince Zagreus is fit to give.
I'm just gonna go through all of them, because it seems like there's a lot of dialogue.
The often failing prince attempts to sort the ledgers in the fashion necessary for the proper keeping of his father's realm.
Damn it.
The hard-laboring shades responsible for the administration of the prince's father's realm merely look on at the prince's ill-fated attempts.
Oh, come on.
A careful record must be kept of all expenses paid within the house. A delicately handled tabulation process, which the prince is ill-equipped to fully undertake. The relaxation-loving prince never paid suitably enough attention to learn properly how to arrange the record bookings of the regions of his father's realm.
It's just a roast moment.
It is.
Any sense.
There we go, they stopped.
Boy, wrap it up.
They actually took away the symbols.
At last, the work-disliking prince records a summary of the results of his attempts to be of any use to the administrative needs of his grim father's house.
Okay, I'm done. So, can I go yet, father?
Not only were you late again, but then you also failed to perform even the simplest tasks that I had asked repeatedly that you complete.
Ouch.
How many chances do you need at this? I am too lenient with you.
Too lenient? Instead of lambasting me non-stop, have you considered maybe training me some more to do this fascinating work to your satisfaction? You'll forgive me if I didn't memorize every laborious detail the last time you performed your monologue about how all this works.
Excuse me? If I'm not mistaken, you're deflecting your incompetence toward me? As though the goddess of wisdom herself has come to aid you in your time of need. I could replace you here and now with any number of simple shades hungry to work here.
Then why don't you? I don't want any of this. I'm not the one who drew the short lot with your brothers and got stuck here forever.
Ouch.
Why am I having to do this senseless parchment pushing for you?
Oof, those are hard words.
Why are you stuck? You're not. You're fired. I was wrong to think you were prepared to take on any responsibility at all. And don't you ever invoke your uncles here again, or I'll have you cast into the lowest pits of Tartarus. Now get out of my administration and my sight.
That's why we're not allowed in the administration
At least
room.
I can't be late for that job anymore.
Can I go back now? I want to see.
Father's not back yet, huh?
Is there still more new renovations?
It's up to the administrative chamber, huh?
We can get access to the administration chamber. It costs 2 diamonds. We have 2 diamonds.
Oh.
You can also upgrade the bed, apparently. 150 gems. We need to start upgrading stuff cosmetically. I want to get this. I feel like this is...
You gotta do it.
Yeah, administrative privilege.
Here
Done.
are gems. Father always said if I wanted privilege access again, I'd have to earn it.
There we go. We have access to a new room in the house. Go check it out.
How's everybody doing?
Just lots of unhappy faces just pop up.
There is no escape.
It's a security log. Escape attempt number 27. Outcome. Slain by Redacted beyond Styx. Took 36 minutes. Weapon the blade. Aspect of Zagarius. Mode on Bracer. Companion Redacted. Companion. These are the different boons we had. Heat level 1. Okay, so that's the security log.
Next time.
We can see our old records. So is this thing?
The cool, purified waters of the Styx are available in limitless supply to all servants of the God of the Dead, authorized to work endlessly within the House Administrative Chamber.
At least he has free water, apparently, for his servants.
The job's #1 perk. No thanks.
Permanent record.
Records of my weapons.
Oh. Interesting. So it shows the number of times I've used stuff, so that can't be right, though. I've only used the Heart-Seeking Bow twice, and that's very wrong. I can't believe that. So these are the boons. So the most used boon I've ever taken is apparently Greater Evasion. Ocean Bounty is apparently... Like, you can see the ones I apparently made the clear with here, then. Ocean's Bounty, Side Hustle, Heartbreak Strike, Strong Drink, Different League, Quick Recovery, Wave of Despair, Heartbreak Flourish, Poseidon's Aid, Unhealthy Fixation, Frozen Touch, Ravenous Will, and Broken Resolve. Mithril Dash. Interesting. Hammer upgrades.
My hammer enchantments.
The most common one we get is the Cruel Thrust and the Cursed Slash. We've used the Aspect of Zagarius the most.
All my keepsakes.
Thunder Signet we've used the most. A lot. I've gotten out so far with the Old Spiked Collar and the Eternal Rose. I feel like I've only gotten out once though. So maybe I switched? Yeah, I switched. I must have switched at some point.
Good to know.
Oh, look at this.
The Administrative Chamber's ever-working shades remain utterly dedicated to their thankless toil, all because of an inspiring rendition of how dedicated they ideally should be.
Everybody hang in there.
Just a lot of unhappy faces when you make a pun. So, is there anything else in here? Or how do I get back there? See a second room.
I think you can get into there.
What is this? Like a portal on the floor. So, what's the point of coming here then?
It's probably how he gets up to the surface.
I mean, I'm assuming there must be something in here. Maybe not right now. But maybe after another run. Change.
Pretty sure that's how Hades gets up to the surface.
It could very well be. We need to save. I need to just double check as well now how close we are. We have a lot of darkness.
Hello, Mira.
Olympian Favor, God's Pride. We have neither of these and they're the strong ones. Fated Authority. Randomly alter the reward for the next chamber. Can we get that?
Let's try the other one. What was the other one again? The door one.
Door one.
Is it under family favorite?
Dark Foresight, you mean? Is that the one you mean?
You sure? One where it's about the door.
Yeah. I was
should try that.
What about Fated Authority though? It just lets me, I guess, re-roll a room chance. Okay, we can try Dark Foresight now.
What was the other one again? That was 1,000.
That was the Stubborn Defiance or Death Defiance. We got that already though. We've got 3 lives.
The bottom one.
Oh. Fated Authority, randomly alter the reward for the next chamber. 1 total chances per rank. God's Pride is something I would like to get to. Because we have 0 points in either of these bottom 2. Like, we bought the keys for them, but we just haven't had points to spend on them. No Skelly?
If you had 1 key, you could reset all of it.
Yeah.
Upgrade how it was.
Don't want to do that though.
Fair enough.
How close are we with Skelly? 1, 2, 3, 4 hearts. I want to gift Skelly, but I don't want to gift Skelly.
Exegriff.
Bonus ammo.
You're telling me your secrets.
We get bonus ammo?
I know, it's up to you.
Get the Aspect of Eris. It sounds fun. Do 15% more damage for 4 seconds after the bomb goes off. Enemy's new gun.
Grant me the Aspect of Eris.
For it then.
Me.
Now it looks like a water pistol. There we go. Basically bomb something and then fire and I get more damage. So normally it would do 120 damage versus. Kind of messed that up slightly.
Hey, that shot felt different.
Or was it 4 seconds after? Strange, I don't know.
Reloading.
Didn't seem to work. Or am I confused? Feel confused.
No, I'm confused by that.
Oh, we've never used this apparently. What if I put this down? We've done this up until the River Styx. This. Extreme measures it is.
What's life without a little pain?
Oh, there's a fishing spot in the first room. Yay!
Hello, Lord Ares.
And it's Ares. That's actually very good. We need to gift him.
Lord Ares, I honor you for all the strength you've given me to overcome my foes.
Such a splendid offering to me. How very thoughtful there, my kin. I am taken aback, though I accept.
He's accepted the offering. I was wrong. Apparently we have given it to Ares. Shit. Who are we missing? Athena. Really? It's just Athena? I thought it was... Okay. Shit. I'm just double checking quickly. Oh, also look, Patroclus, we've reached like the limit. The locked symbol means something we have to progress story-wise. Same with Cerberus, I think. Jusis, Skelly. Been to all of the places.
It's the same for these as well.
Would that I knew the goddess Nyx myself, my kin. So many of my wars are waged by night. I am most grateful, and I wish her well.
He's hitting on our stepmom, and I don't like it. Dash creates a blade rift. We've had all of these before. Slicing shot isn't terrible, but this is epic, so go with the epic blade dash.
More bloodshed then.
I don't think I can fish all their enemies around.
Who keeps fixing that?
Fish.
Sure, why not? Got a bite.
Got a knucklehead.
Looks like a knucklehead.
God, the reaction time on that is so fast. Because I know it tells me I get a perfect catch if I do it within like a certain number of like milliseconds. But even when I know that it's coming, it's still not easy. Shit, we took the Myrmidon Bracer again. And it's fully leveled.
Lance.
Oh, whoops.
Lots of coin.
Dash. Keys or darkness? The key seems really not worth, is it?
Go with darkness.
Yeah.
I remember when you upgraded your aid.
I do, and it did like 300 damage. It was amazing. If I can find that again, I'd be very happy. But I do know that I have to try and try all the different things. Really sad part. Coin or pom-pom? Obviously the coin, I think. Pom-pom's not really worth much. Coin. So now this is no, this is not 14 gems. We will take.
I can use this.
All we've really got is Zeus. So maybe he'll give us something good.
Lord Uncle Zeus.
My brother Hades always was a lonesome man, you know. I pitied him, but I could never quite extract him.
First time you got hit this whole entire game.
Now he stews resentfully down there. You needn't bear the brunt of his frustrations.
Special causes lightning bolt to strike nearby foes. Your cast does burst chain of lightning that bounces between foes. Lightning reflexes. After you dash just before getting hit, a bolt strikes a nearby foe. The electric shot was still strong, I think. Or we go for the thunder flourish. Special causes lightning bolts to strike nearby. We can just try and ramp up the grenade with everything we got.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's try and make our grenade into a nuke. Not to say it doesn't hit hard already. There we go. It's really sad that the rooms with gems only give you like 6 gems. Very, very little. Or something like catching, ow! Something like catching a fish gives you like 20. Good from a perspective of dash. Oh shit, it's this thing. I'm actually glad I had the dash for this, because he kind of tries to spawn behind you, so the dash just kept chipping him every time I jumped away.
I sense the mark of my Lord Ares on you, love. He's poorly understood among the gods, yet surely you can see fair qualities in him and me.
Heartbreaker Strike, your attack deals more damage and inflicts weak 91% extra damage. Resists some damage from nearby foes' attacks. Any Chamber Heart rewards are worth more. Heartbreaker Strike sounds way too strong to pass up on, honestly. 91% extra damage. Basically just hitting for twice.
I'm all worked up.
Gems or darkness? I think the answer is gems.
Oh, please.
You need an armor pierce, is what I need. Although I am hitting hard for this area, so I'm not complaining. Let's see. I want to find one of those troves, considering we know that they're going to be super strong now.
Yeah. I've seen one soon.
No one's here.
Pom-pom. That would be 12% upgrade. I think the Thunder Flourish. No, go with the normal attack, considering. Normal attack. I would love if there was a fishing spot in this little area. I mean...
Should be.
I feel like this is I should go with the double so that I get 2 perks at once, because I've got full health. Go for it. Upsetting Zeus or Ares doesn't sound very fun, but, I mean... what I gotta do.
The gods want me to pick a favorite.
I'll pick Zeus, because I don't ever feel like upsetting Zeus.
How very kind of you.
Thunder Dash. Your dash causes a lightning bolt to strike nearby foes. It's heroic, though.
Well then.
Huh?
Oh, but it replaces blade down.
No. I mean, static discharge is also very strong. Because then everything that I hit gets an extra 60 damage to it, just outright.
The static discharge.
Yeah. Now Ares gets pissed.
You shall not goad me into anger with a petty insult such as this, you know. Nevertheless, there is a price which must be paid for it.
So that's the way it is.
Now he's going to hurt me. This is very confusing because I keep thinking that the things on the floor are now against me. A little chaotic to watch. And we did. I don't think I even took much damage from that.
3 damage.
Against me is already forgotten, for I was more than pleased.
I'm only surprised that you didn't think your grenade ability was actually one of his at some point.
I think I did at some point. What do we have? After slaying this one, we have to take this. After slaying a foe, your next attack deals more damage. It's the only one we don't have on the prophecy list. Daedalus Hammer or Shop? I think Daedalus Hammer?
Yeah, Daedalus Hammer.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of opportunities for shops, but Daedalus Hammer's
See
all.
that, Exegriff?
Well, this was it, apparently. This and then the boss. And the fishing spot, yay.
The rail's hidden power.
You can use your special 3 times in rapid succession. Your attack deals 40 base damage in short. This one sucks ass. Redfire, god. The triple bomb is a definite yes.
Yeah, that has to be triple bomb.
Beware the adamant rail.
And fish.
Hazard bomb is good as well. But you already got hazard bomb before.
Come on out.
Perfect catch, and knucklehead. I did it! I got a perfect catch. And now on to the hard part, I guess.
Hello, Fury Sisters.
What? Where did you get the rail? Do you know what you have? Where are your customary weapons?
I left them at home, and I sort of know what I have, in as much as it's largely responsible for getting me this far. Would you like to see a demonstration?
Yes, I would. I always have, as a matter of fact.
That was a lot of damage. I couldn't pick them up very quickly.
I get the only upsetting thing is that it keeps you standing still until you deploy your throw.
Yeah. Understand. Requires a lot of fast action. She is taking a fuck ton of damage very fast. Okay, now I am. Got him. Considering that was with her sisters as well, that was really smooth.
Be seeing you around.
I lost less than 25 health. And this is the first time I've ever beaten with the railgun, so we got some more blood too.
Can grow even stronger
now.
What, you sound surprised?
Just stuck on yawning.
Okay, so now that the Myrmidon Bracer is upgraded to max, what should I take instead that's level 1? You can do 10% more damage while striking undamaged foes, or from behind. Gain 1% damage each time you clear an encounter without taking damage. Items from the Well of Charon have increased duration by 4 turns. 20% damage while at less than 35% health. 10% to distant foes. 3% chance of finding hearts or containers.
I think I'll do hearts and broken containers.
Hearts. Okay. That would be the deuces.
Go with that one.
car.
Yeah.
I don't think we need any of these. I feel like there must be an upgrade for the shop at some point, because we get the same 3 almost consistently. But I know that there's a bunch of shit we've never seen before.
Closer to the surface.
It's listed on the prophecy board as like, buy this from the shop.
It's like the fact that you've got like 2 more things you need to unlock. Only 1 person that you need to give a gift to.
Yeah. Ooh, there's some food.
Coming through.
Yeah, I like the 3, the grenade special. Although I keep thinking it's gonna hurt me. I mean, I can probably still get that upgrade, get 2 of the hammers at once and do that. Or 3 of them for like 900% damage and just murder myself.
Hey, could you do a little favor for me, cuz? My brothers, sisters, family, and whatnot, they're unaware I'm working with you here. It's no big deal, but let's keep it that way for now. Alright?
Your attack is faster, hold cost of fire in rapid succession, greater evasion. Go with the swift strike. Attacking faster is good. Gonna deal maximum damage. That is noticeably faster. But the Provenia going. Full health. 75 gems.
Consider this a warning.
I didn't realize I was frozen.
That's enough.
64 is not bad.
Quiet. For the house.
Nectar or darkness? I think nectar?
It has to be nectar.
Yeah. What are we up against? I don't like these things.
There's more.
I don't like that you can't break the Medusa's like, stones that they throw at you. Most of the other things you can combat. Shoot. Not those. Okay, we have question mark. That's good. That's good for us. You know who it is. How far are we along with her? We've only given her 2. Did I give her another one?
You might as well.
Yeah, because it's difficult to find these people. Like, when you want to find them, it's going to be impossible.
Aw, for me? Really, Your Majesty? This will be perfect for my latest recipes.
You know, of all the souls I've ever met, I feel like you put this stuff to the best possible use.
Every time we end up here, I get hungry.
Eurydice, can I ask you for a favor here? Not that you owe me anything, but would you hear me out?
Yeah, sure, hon. What is it? Though you'd better not be asking for my recipes. Closely guarded family secret. I'd say I'd take them to my grave, but yeah.
It's not your recipes, though they are wonderful. It's your song. I'm sure it'd be a hit around the house, and I know someone who really needs to hear it. Don't suppose you've got a parchment copy I could have?
Your Royal Majesty, you want my song? You are aware it's called Good Riddance, right?
Well.
But sure, why not? If music's gonna be playing in your house, it might as well be great. And let me give you something to go with it.
I'm gonna get the refreshing nectar again so we can have stronger perks as we progress.
So what was songs called Good Riddance?
Yeah.
Why, thank you.
Just listening to her now, to all the fools that stifled me, they've come and gone and passed me by. It's like, yeah, this is definitely like she's gonna basically I'm gonna hand this song to her ex and be like, this is from her. It's like, he's not gonna be happy. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Good riddance. It's like, oh, your ex wanted you to play this song. He's just gonna be like, are you fucking for real? Like, really? You know what works really well? Now, the little special thing that I have with this gun, like its aspect, is that I do 20% extra damage after I've thrown my grenade. Having 3 of them is really working.
I don't really notice the extra damage, but probably is though.
Trying to figure out how to trigger it, because you can actually tell when it's active. The gun has like a weird green tint on it. Like little fire symbols to it. Yes, this is the one we've needed. We need to gift her.
I'm indebted to you, Goddess, for all that you and your side.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, it simply isn't in my nature to allow such offerings to go unanswered, noble cousin. In turn, I wish for you to have this with my compliments.
Lady Athena, thank you.
What it does. Doesn't say.
The rail of adamant itself has found its way into your hands, cousin.
That's everyone with one, isn't it?
Me, and not one I would ever use myself. Unless perhaps I had no other choice. I suppose it must have been that way for you.
I think we're missing someone. I don't know who though. Balance shot, your cost, damage exposes one area. Resist damage from traps, resist. We need this or this. Let's go with the bronze skin. Damage resistance.
Yeah.
The only one of the two we could take. Prophecy foretold.
Nice. Not now.
Now. So far going so well.
Show me, Charon.
21 dark. What's this? Skeletal lure. Ensure a fishing point spawns in the next room. That's new. I'm taking it.
Should be useful.
I guess we go for the gems again. Gems is the way.
What are the options?
It was gems or darkness, I think.
Yeah, gem.
The cost. Move away. Do I have... Where are all my gems, actually? A little bit of damage, though. Guys like to jump. More gems. I mean, we're racking up the gems, which is great. Because I want a new bed.
Noticed.
Huh?
I think I've noticed you haven't dropped below 100 health.
So far. That's good, because it means I've been spending less cash on food. But I am breaking pots, which is giving me food back. We did take the feather dust.
Good.
Food in here.
The more encounters you do, the better it's going to be.
Yeah. Fish.
Come, fishies.
There should be a fish in there.
Yeah,
Is it?
at it.
Nice.
I noticed the lure can only drop 3 times.
That's a bite.
Got a Slavog.
Go figure.
It's a Slavog. Must have caught it already. Ow. 1 damage from standing in fire. Shop part? Feel like maybe shop.
I'll go with heart, to be honest.
You sure? We might find one in the shop.
I'll still go with heart though.
Yeah.
When you have more money, like near to the later stage, it's more beneficial.
I know what you're saying. Well, this was the last place before the boss, apparently. Breaking all the pots. Maybe I've got at least some food back. This will be interesting. We at least get a diamond from this if I kill it. And the odds are I will probably kill it. Because it doesn't really move very far.
Only 2 HP away from max.
Yeah. In a good spot for a change. Oh, that actually hit me. Even from that distance. Shit, wasted that. Shit, fire burns, fire burns. I love how much damage that chip does, honestly. Grenade launcher. Wait, what? Why can't I shoot them? Okay, that's dead. Now... throw out my orbs to get more damage. So now we're going to just deal with his head again. That's 1. Ow. Maybe deal with 2 at the same time. The other one's still here. More. I'm taking damage, but not meaning to. Okay, that's that dead. Now just the big one.
I'm empty. I'm empty.
And it's dead. Killed it! It's gone! Hydra vanquished. Diamond obtained.
And clear. Oh, for me.
Health back. Didn't lose a life this time though. None of these we need. Moving up.
Get out of this damn heat. Check.
Forget after you defeat 2 bosses on this one, switch up to the bone tooth.
Okay. Break. Just trying to find food.
We'll go for hammer.
There is no food. Is there a hammer available? 100%. We've got 600 bucks. So I don't think we need a bit more money.
I don't know if you noticed, but you've never actually been to a proper store this whole entire run.
No, stop! It's spawning! I've run out of ammo, so it wasn't, I just kept standing there while watching it click. It was maybe a little overkill. We get a Dagel sound from this. Yay, that little one dropped food.
It's broken vases that are the ones that drop food.
That guy dropped food. I don't know where that came from.
No, that was a broken glass. You know, if you look on the left side of the map, there was broken glasses there.
Didn't break more. That's dead. And... Oh, he respawned. Get back here and die. There you go. Hey, Jolson. Your attack is a 3-round burst. You never have to reload. Your attack is faster and more accurate. Gains 6 ammo. Your special becomes a rocket that deals 80 base damage.
Not the rocket.
What did you say?
Not the rocket.
Yeah, so...
I think that will...
I think Flurry
Fire. Rocket may destroy you, yeah.
Yeah.
Either Flurry Fire or a Delta Chamber.
Go with Flurry Fire. Fire faster. I have basically a machine gun now. Just look at this shit. How is the bow ever meant to compare to this thing? Honestly. Now, if I could get lifesteal on this, it would be absolutely broken. You can see right now that I was doing that thing where I was sparking. That's what I mean by, like, when I fire it, sometimes the gun will do that, and then it... yeah. No, what is the throw? 150 hearts. You do it.
How bad could it be?
You truly are an idiot, aren't you?
I feel like real need to even worry about how quickly you do this.
Yeah, but I get points for killing them.
Worthless wretches.
I don't feel like I got a lot of coin. Or did I get nothing?
Cheers, father.
Hard to tell.
I think you get like 1 or 2 coins for each kill.
Chariot.
Good enough.
Now you're full HP again at least.
Yeah, this is not a nice room though. At least I've got that spark from Ares that actually slows those chariots down, surprisingly. Ow.
Okay.
I've taken some damage, so. Ow. Here we go. He's gifting us. We have all of these. After you take damage, inflict doom. After using Death Defiance, deal 22% more damage. Your cast sends a blade rift hurtling ahead. Rift damage per hit 24. I guess slicing shot?
Yeah.
I think? Yeah. The only thing we don't have an ability on right now, besides having a god power. Get health back. I don't want to get health back right like that, because I feel like we could probably find some via either the pot method or... like that. That's food back already. Most of it. We're only missing 15.
That's... yeah.
Just double checking on them. I think it's not worth to get that amount of health back. I'd say the shop at this point, because it's key or shop. The shop I could at least buy
shop.
actual parks.
These are pointless. If you get the option of key or shop, shop.
And there's food here as well. Need to reset my chat because it's apparently gone wonky.
No one's put anything in it since
I know. Just my laptop sometimes buggers out.
Fair enough.
It's got a cool looking boat. Lie. I could just hijack that.
Pleasure doing business.
Lightning reflexes. Double strike. Your lightning bolt effects have a chance to strike twice. Lightning bolting effect area is larger. I'd say the double strike.
Yeah.
So let's go double strike. And then a pom-pom.
Gods grant me strength.
Double strike, increased chance by 10%, or 30% extra damage on jolting effects. I'd say the static discharge. Really better.
Yeah.
Here we go. And we fight the boss, I guess. Boss or Hermes, actually.
We'll go with Hermes.
Yeah, I think Hermes is the better option, actually. 1 second thought.
Some attack speed from him, then.
That's also true. He could offer us attack speed. Shit, it's these little cars. We're happy to have Ares dash. So the grenade is really good for dealing with those guys with shields.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know how to deal with them otherwise, besides having to try and jump behind them and attack them.
Right on time.
It's a tedious situation.
They also do a lot of damage. Greater evasion. Whenever you're hit, you have a chance to dodge automatically. 20% chance. That sounds really good. Basically, outright 20% reduced damage. What that translates to.
Yeah.
That's Godspeed, alright.
Athena or Zeus? I would honestly argue going with Athena. We can get a deflect, then I'll be in a very good position to fight Hades.
Oh no. Actually, you go against the Minotaur, to be honest.
Say again?
Couldn't you go against, like, just the Minotaur at some point? Because, you fight him, it reduces his health in a later fight.
Yes, you're right about that.
Very beneficial. Long run. I know something you need to try and get hold of is call for someone.
I don't know who's peaceful in this. I keep trying to run from me. I lost quite a chunk of
Shield bearers.
I think it's more the giant thing. Athena's Aid. Your pull briefly makes you impervious and you deflect all attacks. Resist damage. Holy Shield. After you take damage, damage goes around you. Pretty deflect. I mean, it's either the Holy Shield or Athena's Aid. I would honestly rather want to take the Holy Shield because Athena's Aid isn't going to make me do more damage. The only part where I might want something like a different god's ability, if that makes sense.
For it, then. Just whether or not you can get someone else's aid.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, go for a shield, but you might get lucky.
Now we have a question of heart or cash.
Heart.
Yeah, I'm also in agreement with heart now, because now my health is actually suffering a little. Okay, we're going through.
I used some words.
forgot I had that. We picked
Saying
up,
float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Be accurate for that thing.
Basically. Updated. That's a good question, I've never seen that. Diamond entry complete, Nectar, we have a lot to go, Ambrosia still. Loyalty card, learn more by collecting loyalty card. Interesting, so you can collect more loyalty cards? I wonder if we could just basically reduce the price down to free items in the shop. If that's a thing. Like, we have a 20% discount. Can I get like a higher discount is now the big question.
I haven't noticed the discount to be effect.
You might be right. Do things cost 120 or 150 right?
That's the thing I haven't noticed. I'm pretty sure I like noticed that they're 150.
Stranger. Tell me, stranger, if it pleases you. How is it you keep running into me? I thought this the remote.
I was ashamed of everything.
Yeah.
The ever-shifting chambers of the underworld leave quite a bit to chance. I took our meetings merely for coincidence.
When chance is too far-fetched to be believed, then it's the fates at play. Or something else. I don't know whether to believe you, but I know that I want you to leave me now.
Rude. I mean, we don't need to get the Kiss of Strikes because we have all my things. We can get health back or 60% more damage for the next 10 encounters. I think that 60% damage is probably the best option.
Yeah.
Just checking up on you, sir.
What are our options? Keys or darkness? And we know what has to be done then. Also, yeah, we can't seemingly give him more nectar right now, eh? Locked behind one of those keys.
I don't know if it was locked. I just know you didn't have no nectar on you.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I know that he's one of the few that are locked. Him, Cerberus, Hades himself is also locked.
Not yet.
Dang, shield got regen. At least these are good for dealing with them as well. We have a lot of stuff to deal with shield guys actually for a change. Nice.
Don't do that. You should have listened.
Here we go, some darkness. Another fishing spot.
Here's something to remember, fishies. Bite this.
I got a chart.
Another car.
Wasn't fast enough to get a perfect catch.
The thing I hate the most.
What's that?
It's 11:45 on a school day.
Why is that a bad thing?
Because I can hear outside my window kids yelling outside in like field on their school.
See.
So I have to close my window so I don't hear them. So now I get hot.
I kind of understand that. I'm close to a school as well. Dang it. No food. Okay, we gotta buy Ares' bark.
I'll take it.
Vengeful mood. Your vengeance effects sometimes
No, it's all 150.
Huh?
Because it's normal prices.
Ah, okay, so I do need to actually get more cards then. Blade Rip lasts longer. That one's shit. So Ares' Call. We can get Ares' Call.
Yeah, go for that.
I will keep fighting.
And a pom-pom.
give me a better boon.
Battle Rage +1. Do we get the extra food for 50 bucks?
It might as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or pay 200 bucks for like an extra life later on if I get the option for it. So probably, yeah, I'll probably get this now.
You!
It's me.
Dare you clash against the champion of Elysium and his most trusted friend?
Oh shit, they'll bounce backwards.
You are unfit to walk these
No. Don't hit me with that thing. Oh no, that's just bouncing off the walls. It's terrible.
That's one of the negatives.
Huh? Say again?
That's one of the negatives about it.
Yeah. Did you reload?
Stand too close, it just hits the wall, disappears.
No, stay away. Faster. No. Ah, what was that? That was a new one. It did like a lightning dash at me. I didn't know they could do that. Give it max.
That's probably the extra perk that they get done.
Thank you. Hey, Ares' perk not so strong, not gonna lie.
Yeah, nice.
That did not do a lot of damage. I was hoping for more. At least the bull done.
Now for the other one.
Immune right now, reloading. And here you go. Don't know which god he's summoned. They bounce again.
Sure, it's the winter.
Looks like it, yeah. And it hurts. I do not know how he's reflecting grenades. He chomp? No, he's got a weak effect. No. What? And I didn't even lose a life. We're in a very good position. We have 3 lives going into the next place.
Ah, you got 5 lives going into the...
Actually, yeah, you're right.
You think you can just walk away from me?
That's what we're trying. We're trying very hard to just walk away from you. So lucky tooth it is. More damage, I have llama. I guess we just keep what we have right now and pray that's enough.
I'm almost out of here.
Yeah.
Just because we want the cash to maybe buy stuff from the shop, like real items. That's been the whole, like, strategy this time around. There's been trying to buy the least amount of, like, cheap candy things. That makes sense? We won't get anything from the hut anymore. It's the same. What do we have? We have... I don't want to do the hammer. That sounds like a terrible idea right now.
In the anvil.
Huh? Yeah, the anvil would be very bad, I think.
Yeah, no, not anvil.
We can get ourselves... Oh, no, just one of these for now. Zeus or Athena? I think Athena.
Doesn't matter which one you go for, you can get the next one after.
You begin each encounter with your god gauge 20% full. I have to get it because it's one of the two that I need. Bearing.
Your wisdom guide me.
I just got an achievement. Blessed by the gods. It's for getting 100 different boons.
Which one first?
I would think heart.
Yeah, get yourself up to 200 max health.
Yeah.
Then after you don't get it, I'd probably say arrows.
Need something to maybe hit a little harder this way too. Grenade is strong, but it's not great for this kind of area. Surprisingly. Oh shit, it's just how I missed it. It's like a wall piece here, which is messing with me.
Oh yeah.
Need to be careful.
No.
Ow! Rat bit me. Hey, how you doing? It has been a while. Apparently just... Actually, I'm pretty safe here. They can't seemingly get to me. How you been, man? Okay, clearing through this room. Oh shit. Rats are back.
No.
Well, it's fun now once I'm out of danger. It was nice of that trap to go into the bad things for me. Ares' ability is not great. I mean, that's something to keep in mind now.
She got it and out of the way.
It's only good as a way of, like, getting out of damage right now.
No.
Poseidon's one seems to hit much harder. Poison. Poison is over. So let's see. You'll be locking, who's about to go into a game of Dibba. Ah, okay. Good luck, dude. Let us know how it goes. Yeah, no, I'm doing well. It's my day off, so I'm just chilling. Decided to rather stream this morning rather than last night, just as a result of that. So, yeah. Been rather calm. I'm kind of happy about that. Got a bunch of stuff I got to do later as well, though.
Let's just go down this.
So that reminds me, Ron, I swear to God, if you do another like 6 hours of this today.
I won't, I promise. Let's see. Zeus, yes.
Just what I need.
Your god gauge fills up faster when you take or deal damage. Lightning bolt effects have a larger area. Taken all of these, so it doesn't really matter. Let's get Clouded Judgment. Okay, and that's all we can do. I need food. I'm desperate for food. Now what do we get though? Maybe Ares?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. This might be the last. Oh, okay. Rats. Lots of rats. I think I took a lot more damage.
It's only baby rats.
Huh?
It's only baby rats.
Yeah, they still are. Now it's big rats. Poison, the poison. I remember the first time I got up to this level, I was killed instantly the first time I met those rats and was poisoned.
Should help keep me going.
Buy both of those. Okay, moving on. There's then more. Yes, there's like a weird little thing in this one. It can fire balls? Since when? Didn't know that thing had a ranged attack.
You know, those things are explosives.
Yeah, but no, it fired like a purple beam. didn't know they could do
No,
that.
that was its like arch thing.
Okay, I get it. It was just the way that the line of
the
sight
explosion area.
I thought it fired it straight at me. $30.
Hey, a Satyr sack already.
We're here. Satyr sack.
Sack I need.
Okay, so what do we got? Your blade rift effects deal damage in a wider area. After Death Defiance, gain more damage than encounter, 15%. Everything does 10%. I think Blood Frenzy is a good one. I mean, I know we need black metal. I know. But Blood Frenzy, we could maybe get out. I have 4 lives. So if I die, I maybe have, what, 45% extra damage by the time I get to my last life? If it's stacked.
Blood Frenzy one.
Yeah, Blood Frenzy.
Kill or be killed.
And we're at full health, so this is the best opportunity.
I can need to explore more tunnels.
And I don't need to get near him, I can just pelt him with grenades. I don't have enough for the last thing.
Yes, that's the upsetting part, is that you didn't have enough for that.
Yeah.
The Guardian of Hell itself decides the time has come for a short break and snack.
Soon be time for me to get a short snack break too.
Bye for now, boy.
Everest abandons is a post. Ready to go eat food? Here we go.
You're not going to stop me.
The world beyond my realm is not for you. You're going home.
See about that this time. We're actually pretty geared for once. Ready go. Ah, you hit me with that. Really? That hit me? That was miles away even.
Of course it went dark and so that time.
I know, right?
Help with something, Father?
Summoned like armored wretches to fight with him. Needs to break. Didn't break. Those skulls that he throws down do so much damage. But they have more health than I have. Not great. Like more than I can do in a single flip.
Well, at this rate, you've gotten down to halfway and you still haven't died once.
I'm just waiting for a second immortality field. Should be coming up sometime soon. Where is he?
I just remembered he's got a second phase after this.
There we go, there it is. Stand here and spin. Your Beyblade. Still hot, like a mother. these things. Come on. Ready, go. May as well try to get this up. That's gotta go. Why is that a flaming one? I'm dead. He's beating the shit out of me now. Okay, that's first stage down.
Now that we had our little warm-up, it is time that we began in earnest.
Okay, here comes part 2.
We're not finished. How vile that you drag Olympus into this.
Come on.
That area's a bit elusive. Didn't do too bad against.
Yeah, that time. What are these now? Okay, I don't like those.
I love poison pots.
They're like, they grab me if I break them.
I have something for you.
Okay, I just stand behind this and fire grenades at him.
Not now.
Until he does that. They bounce off the walls. Fantastic. Damage. Ow. That was not. I need to hide, I'm dead.
Oh, damn it.
You're bleeding, boy.
Yes, of course I'm bleeding. Ravens. Faking. That. That's not good. More of these things.
I love how you survive the lasers because of the rays.
I'm gonna die! Not gonna lie, Barmies has saved my ass so many times. I've seen the dodge chance has been like shots. Come on! We got him!
You're not going to cooperate with me on this, are you? Even now, knowing Mother wants to see me again.
Blast you. You shall ruin everything. With all your damnable questions.
Then die already, and get the hell out of my way.
You shall not.
Almost made a Gandalf reference then.
Quick as a flash that time.
We did it, victory!
Why did I feel like that was gonna be a, Gandalf?
Yeah, I was like, you shall not pass. Got some blood.
Unlock a hidden aspect of my weapons.
Well, now we get to explore the surface again. We finally did it. We're back up. We're in Greece. We can go visit Dan now. Oh, I can actually sprint around you now.
I'm cold.
That's still so pretty. We're here. We made it to Grace.
Not gonna lie. So like, it could add more into this.
Persephone, the one-time queen of all the underworld. The world of life. far from the realm of death.
What are
You know how like the gods think he's trying to get to them?
Yeah, they're not aware that we're just trying to get to our mom at this point. None of them know that.
Should add like, potentially get like a DLC where instead of just trying to get to the surface, you're trying to get to heaven.
I understand what you mean. Maybe we might see it, but the story isn't over yet, so we'll see. I'm just exploring, because I feel like the second I talk to her, it's going to be like, whatever she says, I'm then going to pass away. As we know, seems to be the inevitability. I'm also ruining her garden. Dashing across it. Okay, let's talk to Mom.
I begged the fates that you'd return to me. Perhaps I ought to be more careful how I speak of them. Tell me, how was your journey? What happened?
Father didn't make it any easier for me, nor would he tell me why he never sent for you after you left. So, I don't know what's going on still, but I wanted to see you again.
I wanted to see you too. Come, speak quickly with me, that our time together here may be as full as possible, all right?
I need to know what happened between you and Father. Why are you here and not with us?
I couldn't live with myself anymore down there. After I left Olympus, a long story in itself, I came to be with your father in the underworld. It was a shock, to say the least. The others in your father's house were welcoming enough, but I never felt that I belonged.
I know the feeling, I think. But you stayed, long enough to have me. Those whom I've spoken to about you, it's as you said, they have fond memories of you. And then you even had a child. Did he mistreat you?
No. Your father could be very difficult, though he was gentle with me. Soon enough, we got on fine. Better than fine at times, but when I was with child, why, I struggled terribly. Because child born of surface dwellers could not live down there.
Could not live down there according to whom exactly? The fates?
According to them, yes. According to your father and to Nyx. Even having heard, I took my chances anyway. But when you emerged stillborn, it was too much. I fled. I fled and came to reside here. Above the notice of the underworld. Beneath the notice of Olympus.
But why would Father lie to you? If he never wanted you, or never wanted me, surely he had the means.
I don't know. I'm wondering the same. But oh, look at you, Zagreus. We're running out of time. It's happening again. Stay with me, please.
I'm trying, but I can't stay that much longer, I don't think.
Oh, my dear son. Then please, ask Hades what you asked of me. Why he would lie. Tell him I must know, the same as you. And you farewell. Until we meet again.
Until we...
We have passed away.
Oh.
Sad. Very sad. Every time you die, it's so sad.
Father, you...
But now we have to confront Dad again.
We
have some questions for him, and he is here.
How could he? You...
Yushai's doing alright.
Only regret is not learning how to dodge spears. Cause of death, impalement. Damn. We're gonna go around speaking with everyone and then Hades.
How did it go, lad? You've been gone a while. For good reason, I hope.
I found her again, sir, and we were able to talk some more. But I have so many questions left for her, and Father's certainly not been of any help.
Well, first of all, good work. I knew you had it in you. Secondly, you know what you have to do. Go find her, for as many chances as it takes. It's not just her you've sought. It's the answers to those questions that you have.
Yes, I will.
You tell
me if I did anything wrong, wouldn't you, Prince?
The triple-headed monster Cerberus is dutifully sitting there as ever.
Goodbye for now.
Yeah, we've got the surface. Got a few probably interesting people to speak to. For a start, we've just obviously had that conversation with the Muse. So let's see if we can get our court musician to speak.
I got you something, Orpheus. It's a new song from someone who still cares for you.
My friend, you wrote a song for me. Oh, but this is not from you, it's from Eurydice. I don't know what to say.
Take all the time you need, mate.
Okay, so he's shocked. See what Nyx has to say.
Somehow I always knew.
I just love it how he turns around and says,
that you were not
a new song for you.
I mean, look at Hypnos and Thanatos. There's no way that I could have been related to them. Everybody knew, and yet, when I finally learned for certain, it was still a shock.
I always knew, in turn, that you would learn the truth of it eventually, and I was fearful of what would occur after that time arrived. I'm grateful it has come and gone. Though, tell me, I still find I call you child. Is your preference that I cease to use such terms from this point on?
No, Nyx, please, it's quite all right. You may not have given birth to me, but you still cared for me. I never doubt that. Likewise, are you sure it's all right that I continue to address you by name?
It is more than all right, my child.
Megaris not around.
Meg's not here. Go give the stuff to the chef. I know we got a shit ton of fish.
Do what you will with
2 knuckleheads, a Slavag, and a chop. 4 fish, actually. 40 gems, 2 nectar, and 2 keys. Not bad.
It's the most fish we've ever gotten.
Yeah. They're also doing a, looks like a one-time trade for 10 gems for 1 nectar.
Oh, that's a deal.
Yeah.
I'll have that nectar.
Let's speak with Dad. He's gonna think.
Quite a mess you've created, I must say, Father. After being of no help whatsoever when it comes to disentangling it all. Though this isn't the place to talk, right?
No, it most certainly is not. Though I take it shall not be long before another of our private meetings then.
Count on that.
So apparently he's only going to speak with me when I get to him again. I want to see what's in the administrative area now, if anything's changed.
Never thought I'd come back here again. Father keeping tabs.
Outcome escaped. Okay, so there's still nothing.
Mistakes are proof that you're doing your best.
It took you 28 times to escape 2 times.
Yep. What's this? There's something here.
Within the recesses of the administrative chamber lies the elder sigil of the Master's House, a symbol of the fate-given authority to rule beneath the earth, and means by which to travel the entirety of all that dark domain.
Could never get that blasted thing to work for me.
So you're right, this is apparently how...
I thought so.
Yeah. Interesting.
You shades hang in there.
I love that there's like a poster here that you can just use to try and inspire the workers in here for no particular reason. We still don't know how to get into this one.
Please make yourselves at home.
I think it's an actual place you can get into. I think it's just there for decoration.
It's locked.
Well, that room there.
Big door.
I thought you were talking about the small little inside of the other room.
No. Done everything we can do here. How are we on... Listen.
New piece there.
No. In renovation-wise, what do we have available? Nectar Vintage. Claiming Nectar rewards you with a pom-pom? That's pretty strong. When you think about it. Claiming Keys rewards you with 1 chance of something. Darkness pitch black. Claiming darkness gives you 5 hearts. And the gateway. I want to buy something aesthetic. Pick an area that we should buy something for. Bedchamber, lounge, west hall, or great hall.
Bedchambers.
Bedchambers. Okay, we have wall scroll of Achilles, a new bed. We can get some arms on the walls. We can get some weights.
Some weights.
Yeah. I was gonna say we can't actually afford the table and entertainment apparently. Massive weight it is.
Here you go. They say that only Heracles himself can lift these things.
Oh wow, you're a one-off.
Oh really? Was I?
One gem off of getting the table.
Still have 60 more gems. We can get something else. Should we get a wall of Achilles as well? What do you think?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go
Getting
with
it
this one, then.
ourselves.
If I'm to keep seeing my chamber walls, they might as well not be completely barren.
Why don't you clean your chambers rather than adorn them?
Plushy.
Oh, can we afford it?
Yeah.
Plush.
Here's the commission. Maybe this knitted effigy of some sort of surface creature will keep Cerberus occupied.
Cerberus has much better things to do than play with toys.
I like that. Look at it. Now I got a plush toy.
You don't let anybody
And his
in
ball.
around this place, do you, boy?
And a bed. Remember, none of that existed at the start of this. We gave him that bed, the ball, and the toy. We can gift Nyx, should we? Only given it 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Need to... well, it'll let me. I thought it would let me. There we go.
How can I possibly accept such generosity, my child? Surely others whom you know are more deserving of such offerings.
Nonsense, Nyx. I want you to have it. You've always cared for me. I can't ever repay you for that.
2 hearts for Nyx. Let's renovate.
I'll just set that there.
There we go. We have Achilles. And we got some dumbbells in the room.
The valor of the great-hearted Achilles is immortalized upon the prince's wall, as though it might stir up more courage from within.
Achilles must have been incredible back when he was alive.
A massive set of weights, positioned carefully in line of sight of any visitors, shall doubtless make them think the prince is stronger and in better shape than in reality.
Ouch.
I get lots of exercise, okay?
Let's try lift.
Utterly immovable.
This is just utterly immovable.
I get stronger.
Love that.
Right on the spot.
What should we go for then? We have 174. We could get 1 point in God's Pride at least. At least gives us slightly higher chances of getting epics.
Yeah, go for it.
Legacy raises your chance for a boon to be legendary or duo if possible.
Maybe the other.
Why would you want epics by 1% versus one that gives you chances of legendaries? Oh, this is more expensive, that's why. Put a point in it, just so we have some point in one of the higher tier things. Gain 50% damage and dodge chance for 2 seconds when you dash, just before getting hit. Or you can dash more. Keep our extra dashes.
I feel different.
Probably not going to go for another run, just given I've got about like 10 minutes left. We hit like 3 hours.
6 minutes.
Yeah.
Got something new to try.
What is that? The Owl Pendant. So who have we not gifted something to? Give someone
I
just...
don't know, I'm pretty sure we've given everyone that we've met so far.
Go through the list. So Hades, he's locked. Nyx we've given 2. Me. Karen we've only given 1. Hypnos we've given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's still not locked. Thanatos 2. Meg 1. Collector we can't discern. Chaos we've given 2. Zeus, yes. Poseidon, Athena, yes. Aphrodite, Artemis. Ares, Dionysus, Hermes. Demeter, we've given all of them. Achilles, Theus, Sisyphus. Eurydice. Patroclus, we've given them most.
I can think of. There's only one person I can think of.
There's someone we haven't discovered. Where on earth are we meant to find that person? The person underneath Skelly is missing. Undiscovered. We still have someone to meet.
Someone's either unknown, or unless that's your mother.
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, she doesn't... Where would she appear?
She's not under the Olympian gods, and she's not under chronic codes.
Yeah, you're right, which is very strange. That is bizarre.
That's why I'm either thinking... she eventually comes back, more times you'll escape. Or something like that.
Might also be... I don't know, there might also be some kind of encounter we've just never seen with that last place. Like, you know how in the first area you have Sisyphus, in the second area you have the tree lady. In Elysium we have Heracles, but the maze, we haven't seen anyone there. So probably someone there that we've never seen before, I think.
That's the thing though, but doors only ever have one entrance in one way.
I might have to try like a run where I just go through every single door in that place and see if it's like a... Because we very often only go through 2 doors, as you say, and then it's like, cool, we either get it or we don't. And if we have only gone through 2 doors, it's like, cool, that's not going to be the extra person then. Maybe we do have to go through more doors to find them.
Could be, could well be. It's unknown until you do it.
Yeah. We'll have to also decide on a new keepsake for the next run as well.
You know, taking the broken tooth is always good for the ending.
The lucky tooth for sure, yeah.
Always good to take for the last fight. The other things...
The other things are definitely useful earlier on.
Yeah.
I mean, all of these ones on the second floor are for the, like, normal gods. Like, obviously Zeus, Poseidon, etc. All of these, all the way up until Cosmic Egg. All of these ones are for them. And then these 4 are different. These are... Yeah, these 4 are... Yeah, Sisyphus, Eurydice, Patroclus, and then this last one must be in that place. Like, look at the ordering of them.
Do you know what game I'm playing at the moment?
What's that?
Big Ink.
Big Ink? What's that about?
Yeah. Basically, you make a virus, a bacteria. Basically, you just try and kill the world.
Oh, Plague Ink. Yeah, I've played Plague Ink before. Good game. I'm just checking at what prophecies we're close to doing. A few of them that we're actually getting to. Last benefits.
One more, which is rush delivery for that one.
I was gonna say, there's 2 here that are very close to done. God of War, we need 2. Goddess of the Hunt, we need 1. Swiftness, we need just 1. So basically we aim for Goddess of the Hunt and Goddess of Swiftness. So Hermes and Artemis next time round. We get 300 gems from that. Like a single run. Be pretty nice. And what weapon is it making us take? Didn't check. It is the Aegis.
Doesn't it? Protect me.
Aegis apparently.
Hey, hey.
What are the Aegis actually?
Let me see into your past.
It's a shield.
Huh?
Oh, it's a shield.
It is the shield, yeah. Attack and slash damage. We can upgrade that slightly.
Just reveal your secrets.
There we go.
As far as we can go.
Maxed the aspect of Zagreus with the shield, so now it does 15 extra attack and slash damage. It's pretty strong.
Like, the default basic ones, all of them, most of them just seem to be more powerful.
We have something to talk to Skelly about. Should we gift him as well?
Yeah, gift him one.
Yeah.
Look here, pal. I can't just keep accepting these from you. Now, when they're paying me already, I got standards to uphold, you know?
I will look the other way if you do, mate. Now here, or else.
Updated. Still gotta go further. Learn more by deepening your relationship with Skelly, it says. Can I gift him again? Wish.
Well, pal, you have come a pretty long way, let me tell you.
Look, I don't think you can give them one at a time.
So, if I'm fresh out of tips for you, I guess there's only one thing left to do.
It's fresh out of tips. It's one thing left to do.
Stand there eternally to be wailed upon at my whim using whichever weapon suits me at the time.
Yep, now hop to it.
Yeah. He's just like, beat the shit out of me. Jill hits hard now, though. Hits for 40 damage as a base. I know that some of the enemies only have like 17.
Nice.
Killed him. Rip Skelly.
Good as new.
Yeah, we're just moving back into this room and then I'll call it that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Made good progress. Cool, I'm gonna end the stream now.